Hello, Mayor Stewart.
Hey, Mayor Kelly, how are you?
I'm doing okay. Uh, I'm only going to be able to be on for about 15 minutes. I'm still at work, but taking my break now. So I know it's for Black History Month, but hopefully we can get to whatever we're getting to quickly.
What's going on, y'all?
Hey, how are you?
All right, man.
I gotta mute my dogs. The wind is blowing too loud.
Yeah, they doing their job. They hear some noise.
What's up, Washington?
What's going on, Porter? How you feeling, brother?
Hey, man, one day at a time, bro.
Yeah. That's
Are
all
you
you
coming?
can do.
Are you swinging by the Annapolis? I know, at all in your new capacity, and maybe you have some, yeah.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Mayor Casey had gave me a shout to see if I can meet up with her to do the bank thing, but I done had some training this week at the new job, man, and I ain't been able to do nothing, man. Nothing at all. So I know I ain't gonna be able to go to Annapolis.
Hey, Mayor Stewart, are you going?
To the Annapolis? Yes.
Okay. So you coming in tomorrow morning, or you staying down? You down there now? I don't know.
No, I'm home now. I didn't even think about getting a hotel. I was just like, oh, I'll drive. And then everybody was like, oh, you should have gotten a room. So now I'm getting a room.
I think they're kind of booked though.
Oh, Lord.
Did you already
They're
try?
booked. They're booked, but as far
Yeah,
as the block is concerned, but I got a room at the Graduate, and then I didn't want. There was
the
too much.
Graduate. Yeah.
I went to the Hilton Garden, which I that's where I stayed the last time when we did this last year, and I got a pretty good rate. But I said he was going to do it for 2 days, and I said skip that. I just wait until tomorrow and see if I can get a similar rate. I just have, if there's a little break or gap in time and so forth, I just walk over there and take my stuff down and with me, because everything starts at about 7:30. Is that correct, Miss Mayor Gant?
8, yep. 7:30, 8 o'clock. Breakfast, probably 7:45 or so.
So you staying at the Calvert, or you staying at another spot?
Calvert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I have a superb town administrator who, as soon as he hears registration is open, he jumps right in.
Yeah, well, I put all my stuff in for my paperwork, but they had whatever happened. I'm not even going to go into it. I just said, well, and they were going to try to hook at everything up at the last minute, but I like I said, I don't mind walking if I have to stay at the if they happen to have a room at the Garden, Hilton Garden or the Graduate, which they had it in both places. It's a little bit less expensive though at the Hilton, and it's just down, that's a hop, skip, and a jump from the Graduate, so I can walk that far. It's no big deal.
Everything is all in the area.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Are they? That's what I got to look on there. Okay, you said are they starting us off with? I have to look at the itinerary again. So
Yes.
So there is a breakfast.
Yes.
At the Calvert.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So starting at 8.
I think we have. There's an agenda. I can look.
I have it. I'm not looking at it.
They generally feed us because it starts so darn early. I don't know where we're gonna go. I can't see how many are on. Oh, it's a good amount.
Mayor Robinson on there twice.
How many do we have?
She on there once. Hey. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. Former Mayor Goodall.
I don't know why they don't use the same darn computer in the room.
Yeah, for real. They might as well just sit right next to each other and share a screen. The buddy system.
We're not in the same city.
Huh?
We're not in the same city.
Oh, excuse me.
Mayor Robinson's in Annapolis.
Copy that.
Oh, so you're representing Eagle Harbor.
No, I'm representing Jacqueline Goodall.
Are you in, but you're here. You're right next to me, right?
I'm home.
Oh, I thought you were here. Oh, okay.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Robinson is there.
Okay, here I am. Everybody's confused. Okay, I am here. I am here in Annapolis. Am I next door to you, Tracy?
Yes, you are.
Okay, so we are here in Annapolis. Jackie, she just changed the name. She is the former mayor of Fort Heights. So
And I'm in
that's who
Fort
she's
Heights.
representing. So I'm here.
I'm waiting just a little bit longer to see if we can get anybody else to come in. We may not have too many people on because people may be checking in. They may be at the dinner with MML, you know, might be tying up another meeting, so on and so forth. So I'm just going to wait just for a couple of more minutes. Other
Where was
than
What's
the
the quorum?
where-
The quorum
where
is
was the-
what? 5?
Four.
our quorum is different.
I don't have.
We don't have a
I think
steady
it's
flow,
5.
but I would say 5, yes.
And just a quick question for you all before we get
And
into the
that's-
meeting. Are you all meet? I know you said something about them having a dinner and stuff like that, but are you all meeting anywhere this evening for anything, or that's for tomorrow after we have the dinner with the governor?
I don't have any specific plans for this evening.
MMA Maryland Mayor's Conference starts tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock, with the speaker and Mr. Jones, and we will go to the advocacy. I mean, tomorrow is the start of the convention, Maryland Mayor's Convention. Okay. Mayor
I think
Porter.
he was saying for tonight.
Nothing
Okay,
is
I
going
will-
on tonight. It may be something for new mayors, and then I seen
Uh,
the Maryland MML board meet. We were over at Harry Brown's, and they came in together. I don't know if it's an official meeting or not. I know Teresa and the president were there, and other members of the MML board were there. So I don't know what is official meeting on that, but we nothing starts till tomorrow morning.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. I just left there, Harry Brown's, to
Okay.
get something to eat. And they just had a vendor that sponsored drinks over there. But it wasn't an official meeting, but they were going to the new mayor's dinner downstairs.
Okay.
That's what
Harry
it is.
Brown's.
New
Yeah,
mayor's
and
there's
Harry
new
Brown's.
mayors. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's new mayors on the
Yeah.
agenda.
And that was it.
Okay.
And tomorrow at the governor's house, that's a reception from 5 to 6:30. It's not dinner.
Okay. Well, that's what we. Yeah. Okay. That was a
Mhm.
$35 thing. Yeah. Okay.
Mayor, let's see, President, I just got a ticket, take care of it for me. Yeah.
Good evening,
Good.
everybody. I'm here kind of crashing just as a representative for Mayor Casey. So she asked me just to make sure that she was represented here. So
Yeah,
just wanted
I asked for the vice mayor to come on tonight to represent Mayor Casey, who could not show up tonight for she has to speak, and for a particular reason, because it's our Black History Month celebration. And Vice Mayor, really not until about 7:30 will we need you. So
Oh, really?
You could,
Okay.
yeah, not you, not who's the vice mayor? I said vice mayor. You're not a vice mayor, you're a mayor.
Right. I'm sorry. I was
Tripping.
thinking of vice chair or vice. Yeah, I'm
Vice
sorry.
president, not vice
Yeah.
president.
Yeah. Sorry.
So, Amy, you can kind of hang out till about 7:30 or so, and then we'll be able to bring you on. Okay. I mean, you can stay on. Help yourself. Listen up. Listen in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do I see?
Mayor Casanis,
From my head.
I'm looking for the. Does anyone have the agenda for tonight?
Is it the flyer?
Sent
Or-
it, who sent the agenda?
Oh, you didn't do an official agenda. No.
Hmm.
No, that's cool. That's cool if you didn't, because we're kind of going off the the normal path anyway. So that's fine. So I'm just gonna call the meeting to order. I believe we do have a quorum, more than a quorum, so we'll call the meeting to order. It is 7:09 p.m. and I do thank everyone for being here tonight. I know we are at our Maryland Mayors Conference, so yay for Maryland Mayors. And it is our Black History Month this month. We do have what I would like, if you're able to, is for you to go ahead and put your name and your municipality in the chat. And that always helps us when we're taking the roll. But because for some reason I can't, okay, there it is. Because I am on my tablet, I can't see everybody like I normally can on my cell phone, on my laptop. So if you could, Mayor Casanis, go ahead and call the roll. I'd appreciate that, just for the purposes of knowing who's on the call.
Okay, Mayor, we have Mayor Cynthia Miller, Mayor Goodall, Mayor Porter, Mayor Robinson,
Yeah, I'm here.
Mayor Stewart is on here. I see Amy Chung of Cheverly is on here, and I see former Mayor Washington.
Okay, that's everybody. Fantastic. And then there's you.
And then there's me.
All right. So I have the minutes from last month, and what we will do is next month for our March meeting, we can approve those minutes once I send those out to everyone. I think it stopped at me. Mayor Casanis sent it to me, and I think it stopped right there. So I will send that out to everyone, and we can approve that next month. So I will accept a nomination, a motion to table the January meeting minutes. Yeah.
I make a
So
motion.
moved. So, well, whoever made the motion, I'll second. Mayor
The
Porter.
table.
All right. Thank you, Mayor Robinson, and second by Mayor Kelly Porter. All right. Thank you. Motion passed. The next item will be our treasurer's report. And that will be our former Mayor Washington, and then also a finance report from Mayor Robinson.
All right, so greetings, everyone. I will ask for, I apologize. I have not, Mayor Casey tried to meet up with me today. I'm in training in Baltimore County, and I was not able to meet up with her. Therefore, I have no documents to give you a treasurer's report. However, I wish to, if we could table it to the March meeting, I'll get with her hopefully this weekend. My Monday through Friday is really hectic right now, but I'm gonna attempt to get with her as soon as possible within the next week.
Yes, and Mayor Casey did call me this evening just to mention that she didn't have the opportunity, that the two of you didn't have the opportunity to kind of link up to make that transaction. And Mayor Robinson, if you could remember, because I don't, do we need two former or two board members for that exchange, or is one enough?
For
to do
what?
things?
For what is that? For the
For the
bank?
bank, for TD Bank. did we need two or did we just need one person? So is Mayor Casey okay just to, for her and Mayor Washington to do the change?
Transfer.
Yeah,
Okay, I don't know. I really don't know. We went into another bag last year, so
yeah,
we had those difficulties. I don't know what that, I know we need one board member.
okay,
I
so
know that we need one board member
Mm-hmm.
and we need to have that previous signer. We gotta have one of those previous signers.
So that was Mayor Casey. So
Mayor Casey,
Mayor Casey's a
you gotta
previous
have
signer.
one of those previous signers in
Mhm.
order to do it. I am available at any time, whatever you want to do, but I think it's, I
So
will
let's do
verify.
two.
Let me verify that. I have
Mhm.
connections with the president there at New Carrollton. So I will make sure, but I think you only need one previous signer.
And we
Okay.
might need minutes or something that says.
We may need the
Yeah.
minutes and to say what the change was.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
because you need that because they're gonna say, well, who is the president? Who is this? Who is
Right.
that?
Right.
So we need that definitely, but I will make sure that it is that way. That's who I will get it done next week, okay? To inform everybody.
Okay. And so, Mayor Washington, it's just a matter of really your schedule. So.
Yes, ma'am. And when I started this new job, I got like 3 months of training.
Right.
That is really keeping me Monday through Friday from like 6 a.m. to 2:30 or 3 every day. And I'm having problems having any wiggle room right now.
Right. Right.
But
We
I
got you.
know that the bank, I did actually request to like have a day to be able to take care of something like that with Mayor Casey.
Right.
And if you need me, I can come at any time. If you need me, something happened, I'm a
Right.
signer. So if you need me anytime, just call me and say,
Okay.
I can meet you up at New Carrollton. I don't care what y'all do, but if
And
you
it's the
need
TD
me,
Bank up there, Mayor Robinson?
it's a TD Bank up in New Carrollton. That's when
Yes,
where
ma'am.
we started the account. Okay, so
Okay.
I mean, I think we need to stay there. And if you need me, just call me. I can run up there and do whatever you need me to do.
Yes, ma'am.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mayor Robinson and Mayor Washington. Okay, so Mayor Robinson, you can go on for your update about the QuickBooks.
The
finance
QuickBooks, we had the analysis and we've done that. And what we need is a QuickBooks online. And it's going to be a QuickBooks remotely. It's not going to be that anybody can get in. Okay. I've gotten in touch with Miss Denise Tyler, who has submitted to us a resume and a proposal to do our QuickBooks, to implement our QuickBooks online, remotely, and get everything in there with the assistance of us, because we have to have assistance too. I mean, we have to be in this. And she will do it for $500. She was also monitor everything if there's a software problem or anything like that. Then I sent it to Mayor Casey and I sent it to Mayor Miller. And the proposal, I don't know if I went through everything. I think 500. She charges $500 to get this QuickBooks implementation done and to monitor. If we can send it out to everybody to review, it will be fine. If anybody else has anybody that they can recommend or give us a proposal and a resume, I think that we need to do it now. And I think we need to have a decision made by our next meeting on who we're going to hire. Because we have to do this.
Right.
There's no other choice. We have to get on QuickBooks. We have to have the implementation there. So that is my report. And I hope that if we have anybody else, they can, by our next meeting, we can implemented.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna say that budget amount will be $500. We may find somebody more or less or whatever like that, but that
Mhm.
budget amount is about $500.
And how is, so that's 500 flat,
Flat.
or is there a monitoring fee for her to?
No monitoring fee, is just
That's just-
$500 flat. If there's any kind of software glitch or things, she will monitor the implementation. We don't have a lot of transactions. Let's say that. We do not have a lot of transactions, but we need to put everything into QuickBooks. So that means what the dues, the income, especially the expenditures. Expenditures are not much with us unless we make expenditures. But I'm saying most of it is income from our dues. But we got to get online and we got to do it remotely. We can't, we can't have it at one site. We have to do it remotely because we change treasurers. So that's what we have now. I did send it to Mayor Gant, the president, and I also sent it to Vice President Mayor Miller, the proposal. Denise Tyler had. Denise Tyler's also been, if you see her resume, she's been very instrumental in municipal government. She's also one of the instrumental people that are part of Black Towns and Settlements under the scheme Mayor Ford. So I will present that to you at this point, but I think by next month, we need to make a decision. If you have any persons that are interested in this position, we need to move forward by March. We have to have a consensus by March. That's all I have.
Right. Any questions for Mayor Robinson concerning the QuickBooks, the cost, anything? Or if you feel that we might be able to get that taken care of quicker? Any ideas or thoughts? I will also send out the information she forwarded to us. All right. No discussion. Fantastic. That's smooth. All right. The time is 7:21. All right. So I wanted to quickly go over, as far as committees, the bylaws committee. I met with Karen Cooper via telephone. We didn't meet, but telephone, talked about starting that up again. And so she actually has them. And in about 2 weeks or so, I should have just a rough draft of her recommendations to us. So I'm excited about that portion. And then the smaller committee will go over that and we'll bring it to you just to review.
Question, Mayor Gant.
Yes, ma'am.
President, we have, I just want to bring it to light that we have an obligation to Ms. Cooper in the amount of what think we need to know what that amount is. Okay, because we're talking about a lot of things that are going on that we have not verified if we have enough money. I mean, we do have enough money to do things, but I wanted to put it on record on how much that is.
Yeah, let me, while we're meeting, once some discussion is going on, I'll go back to my email, because I did want to talk about, well, not necessarily talk about it in length, but I wanted to mention that we have some financial obligations that are going out and we need to talk about fundraising. So let me just go through the this part of the bylaws, which I'm done really. I just wanted you to know that I did get in touch with Karen Cooper. She's reviewing the bylaws. She's going to pretty much keep it basic and simple because our bylaws are very complicated and redundant. So she's excited to work with them. I'm excited to work. I'm excited that she's starting to work. And so we'll get them back to you. Mayor Miller, did you have any comments in reference to the bylaws? Okay, so
no, I did not. have any comments, but I agree that it's pretty complex and redundant, and we need to streamline it. So I'm all in for that.
And so our funds, we have our bylaws that we are paying. I think it's 2,000 plus that we're obligated to Ms. Cooper for bylaw rewrite. And then we're looking at Ocean City, a reception in Ocean City. We're looking at what Mayor Robinson just brought before us, the QuickBooks. We are paying monthly for is it our website? Mayor
We're paying some type of fee. I forgot the contract right now, but there's some type of fee for maintenance. I think it's $35 an hour. And that's one of our expenses. The bylaws is one of our expenses. And the what is it
Ocean
called?
City.
Well, I didn't talk about Ocean City yet, but I just want us to think about finances.
We have to think about some
we're at a point that we're paying for our bylaws, we're paying for website, and then we're trying to do these QuickBooks. That's a lot of money that, as far as the Maryland Black Mayors is concerned. So I'm very concerned about that. I'm very concerned, and we have to do that. We have to do our bylaws. You know, we have to do everything that's there. We have to do our QuickBooks to get. One thing about the QuickBooks is that in order for us to apply for grants and stuff like that, and Jackie has told us this over and over again, operating grants, we need to be financially stable, and we need to have our audits done, and we need to be in the proper place. So I'm very, very concerned about the Maryland Black Mayors being in that proper place to make sure that we have what we have. The money that we have is not very much. I don't know what we have. I don't know what the treasury report looks like. And I got to bring it out here to everybody. But I mean, maybe $6,000, $7,000, but we have obligations. So let's think about that. That is, the bylaws have to pay Karen Cooper $2,500. We have to pay $500 or when whatever that is. It may not be the person I recommend, it may be somebody else, but we have to allot $500 for getting our QuickBooks online.
Right.
Then we also, what is the other thing? But I think we need to think about our expenses. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So, Mayor Robinson,
may I ask a question?
go ahead.
As far as the overall, the QuickBooks and so forth, this person, once they get the $500, they're going to maintain, the entries and everything else that goes in the books, or she's just going to set it up, the QuickBooks. Once it's set up, are we going to be required, or I guess through our treasurer and so forth, for the input of the information into QuickBooks? Or she's
Definitely. Definitely. That's what the treasurer will do.
So this is just the setup, okay?
Yes.
Now, okay, so QuickBooks is the easiest process that we have to deal with on that. And you're familiar with it, Mayor Ms. Washington?
You on mute.
Yeah, my apologies. As far as QuickBooks is concerned, I did get some training from my wife about how to use QuickBooks, how to make inputs.
I knew that.
So I feel very comfortable. We'll be fine.
Okay.
And once we get in, let me say this, once we get in and once we get set up, it's not that difficult for us to, we are smart people. Let's not make this, we are not a big corporation that we have a lot of entities and stuff like that. So I'm very confident that our treasurers will be able to move forward and because they do technology every day. So I don't think it's a big thing, but the input is the whole thing. The input of the data, you know what I mean, is just significant. So, and I'm glad Mayor Watson, I knew Mayor Watson had the contacts that we needed, to make it work.
Yeah. So, so what I can suggest is, this is very good. I think we're all on the same page with QuickBooks. I think we got a good understanding of our audit that didn't happen, that could have happened, and the reason it didn't, but it was good that the overview occurred. So we definitely need our QuickBooks. We definitely have some funds that are going out, and we need to think about some funds coming in, sponsorships, fundraising, those kind of ideas. Can I ask that our finance committee, Mayor Robinson, and who else is on your finance committee?
I don't know.
Your treasurer is on your finance committee. So
Okay.
Mayor Robinson, that would be
Washington. Okay.
Washington.
That's fine. I can get in touch with Mayor Washington. I have no problem.
So, and can I suggest that that you kind of come up with, I think you and I talk, a plan of action, possibly for MBM, and then we move out from there. So bring it to the general body. We can go back and forth, back and forth. What's our plan of action? And maybe that we
I'm
can
not planning to
discuss.
action now. I don't want to prolong this. I'm not planning to action now.
But Mayor Robinson, and maybe that's something that we can actually discuss during our board meeting, really, is our plan of action with fundraising and all of that.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We got
Mayor,
yes, ma'am.
I hate to break it, but I don't think that anybody sees me. I've had my hand up for a while.
Oh,
I just want to say that we do need to move forward with this. We have 2 grant opportunities that could be possible for us as a non-profit. One of the opportunities is getting the operational grant from DHCD. Their grants for nonprofits for operational grants will be out sometime in May or June, and they will close about 4 or 5 weeks after that. We did get an operational grant before when the president of our organization had a relationship with DHCD. I think the fact that Mayor Day is the secretary of DHCD, that gives us an opportunity to get favor in getting an operational grant so that we can move forward. The other thing is there's a discretionary grant that's available through the Prince George County Council people that will close on May 31st. And one of the things that they offer is operational grant and some funds to assist nonprofit organizations. But the key to that is having our finances done. And if we follow the recommendations that were given to us and get this done by the end of April, I believe that we can be able to at least present a strong package to DHC and to the council persons, because one of the things that we need is an executive director. And so I think that, the board needs to think about that, and that you need to move forward, and we need to move forward fast, because we keep wasting time and then we miss these deadlines and we don't get the funds we need.
Thank you. So I'll get the information out to the body, as I said. And so next month in March, we'll be able to vote on that. And as I also said, I think everybody definitely understands the importance of having QuickBooks. I don't think that was a problem before. So I think we all have it. Appreciate your feedback though. And hopefully we can go ahead and get some of these grants, these grant opportunities, because we need them. All right. Any
I
other?
raised my hand again.
I can't see anything. So Mayor Cassanius, or if anybody else sees it, go ahead and.
I'll let you know.
Not that I can't see anything, I just can't see the hand.
Okay, I just want to
Yeah.
make it clear to the body. We have got to confirm or just make sure that we have a person in place. So don't let us drop this ball by March. If you have anybody that can set us up with QuickBooks, that has that capability, is a person that can do this and give us a resume and a proposal, please have it done by next meeting, because we need to approve it and move forward, because we got to get it done. So I just want to make sure that everybody has a chance to submit those persons that are savvy and that can do what is needed for our organization to have it done by March.
We'll put that in the email.
Okay, so that everybody can, because by March we should, if I only have that one person, I want to move forward.
That's it.
Okay, I just want to move forward, and I want to give everybody the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna move forward. Does anybody else have anything for any committee? I think the only other thing we have was legislative, and that's it. Okay, so we're going to move to our second portion of, we're going to close out this business portion of our meeting, and thank you all for your participation. And then I want to open it up to our second portion. I know I see Vice Mayor Xander Harcourt, and I had some guests coming in this evening. Do we see the other guests, Mayor Cassanius?
Yes, Mr. Bagley is on. Amy is still on. And Mr. Harcourt is on. But that's it for now. Oh, and Mayor Stewart is on. But I don't see anyone else.
Former Mayor Felicia Nimhart is on.
Yes.
Commissioner Wheatley is also on.
Oh, Commissioner Wheatley is, yes.
Ken, those who just signed in, can you, the mayors, can you go ahead and put your name and municipality in the chat? And so since this month is Black History Month, I wanted to just spend some time acknowledging Black History Month. Today is the 28th. It's nearing the end of Black History Month. So what I wanted to do was to highlight, there's so many Black and brown mayors throughout the state of Maryland. And I wanted to highlight just a few of the municipalities that had a Black or brown mayor. I only selected 4 because I did not want to be here all night. And, out of the 4, I don't believe any of the mayors are here tonight. But I thought that the history in some of these municipalities would be very interesting. And what I did was I asked others that were not necessarily mayors to just do a little research and some background on the Black history in these municipalities. So our first municipality, the reason I asked Vice Mayor from Cheverly to come, Vice Mayor Fry, was because our first municipality is Cheverly. And Vice Mayor Xander Harcourt will be presenting Cheverly's Black history background. Now, those who are presenting had the liberty to present it however they saw fit. So it could be about a person, it could be about the town itself, It could be about something that is really positive, or it could be about something that we find that is difficult. So let's just sit back and enjoy this presentation. Hopefully, Vice Mayor, are you on? Yep, you are. And you are up. They could do a slide or whatever they saw fit.
Okay, thank you all so much. And I appreciate you all helping me with my slide presentation as I will be reading my notes. And I'll just ask as we go through this that you go through the slides with me. And so my presentation is called "And Still I Rise, Black History in Cheverly, Maryland, 2024. And respectfully to all of the mayors here, I'm so honored to be here before you tonight. My name is Vice Mayor Xander Harcourt, and I represent the beautiful city of District Heights, and my fabulous mayor, the diva, Mayor Cynthia Miller. Next slide, please. And some interesting facts about Cheverly, and I'll just share with you that I had a difficult time researching Cheverly. So in 1838, Fielder Magruder Jr. acquired the land that formed Cheverly and built his residence, Mount Hope. It was a slave-based plantation. It dealt with tobacco. And the land was based off of several parcels of land that was pieced together over time. But around 1818, he kind of abandoned the area, as many of those places in Prince George's County abandoned slavery and moved on. And a guy by the name of Marshall came in and acquired Cheverly with a vision to build it based on a railroad, which would eventually become the Philadelphia Railroad that we now know that goes to Union Station, to build it as a suburban hub to go to DC. Cheverly was also, as an interesting fact, Cheverly was a key location to the Underground Railroad network, which I found that was interesting.
Yeah.
Much of the property that was Cheverly was later, much of the property was later developed into the subdivision in Cheverly, and which was incorporated in 1931. Mount Hope, which was that plantation, was later incorporated into the town seal, and which also incorporated into the flag. Another interesting fact was in 1948, Henrietta Lacks was a resident of Cheverly. Now we know that Henrietta Lacks, her cells known as Gila cells, were taken without her consent by John Hopkins, which became the foundation for countless medical discoveries, which her family have just actually been given some type of restitution and money for all of the cellular and medical inventions that have been taken and harvested from her cells, which are called the forever cells. And they're still alive to this day. In 2020, the town council unanimously voted to get rid of its old seal bearing the slave plantation. And that was led by the then Vice Mayor, Case Munyene, and which led us to, in 2020, the town of Cheverly adopted a unanimous resolution number R-07-20 in support of Black Lives, penned by then Vice Mayor Case Munyene. And this led to 2021, the town of Cheverly swore in its first American mayor of African descent in 90 years, Mayor Case Munyene. Cheverly is also the home of former county executive Rushern Baker. Cheverly is also the current home of Congressman Glenn Ivey and his lovely wife, Prince George's County Council President Jolene Ivey. Next slide, please. Through Cheverly's difficult and complex racial past, a rich tapestry of community filled with growth, reconciliation, and hope for a better future has sprung forward. From a past of tobacco fields once toiled by slaves and the weeds and disrepair caused by white flight and neglect, a new energy and vision of what a modern future can be has grown there. There is no shame in its history. Cheverly is a peaceful, prosperous, culturally diverse community filled with beautiful homes and thriving businesses. Its residents enjoy a high quality of life, one of the largest natural areas in the region, and the town is committed to environmental conservation and sustainability. Cheverly is now a testament to the strength of a people that can unite instead of divide. It is the power of a people that can heal instead of hurt. It is proof of the tenacity of a people that have always risen through it all, because Black history is American history, staying true to the course of liberty and justice for all. Thank you for this opportunity to present before you.
Oh my God.
That was wonderful.
Yes, that's very nice. Yes.
What is it? Oh my
Very,
goodness.
very good, Vice Mayor. Thank you for
Awesome.
representing District Heights.
My pleasure. Have a great night.
Oh
All
my
right.
Thank
goodness.
you. Vice Mayor. That was amazing.
Vice
It
Mayor, Vice
Yeah.
Mayor. He did that. Oh my goodness. He did the doggone thing. So,
Yes,
oh my
that's the Vice Mayor.
And if we could
excellent.
get a copy of that, I would love to bring that to our full town council, just because there's some stuff in there that I think some of us have never even known. So it's very, very
Oh,
cool.
wow.
I didn't know the whole Henrietta Lacks thing.
I know.
I didn't know that.
I
There
read
should
the book just recently and I missed that.
Yeah.
we should I mean, there should
Yeah.
be something like a marker or something.
Oh,
There should be a tour actually of her house.
how
Yeah.
amazing is this?
Yes.
I mean, chills.
Thank you for
Awesome job.
everything.
Awesome job. Thank you. He clicked right on off too, didn't
Yeah. He has long days, so
he? He
yeah.
said, still I rise. Got
Yeah.
it done. All right. So is Vice Mayor Mendoza on? Is she next? She's the next one, right? Vice Mayor?
I can go next.
Yes. Were you set to go next? Yes. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Reggie, right? Bagley.
Am I? Can you hear me?
Yes. You need to be a little louder, but we can.
I'm going to be. I just want to make sure I just want to make sure I can be heard.
Yes.
Okay. Well, good evening, everyone. Distinguished mayors, and it is my honor to have a few moments before you this evening. And I'm going to talk about Black history, but I want to take a moment to acknowledge that I'm talking to Black history. You all who are here on this meeting, many of you are firsts, and if you're not the first, you are in a line of legacy. So I want to acknowledge the Black history that is here on this meeting. Black history is not always past. Black history is present. Black history is future. Black history is yet to come. So thank you to the Black history that is here, and I hope that I will do my my service and do the invitation justly as I honor and share some things about the city of Laurel.
Laurel, our
Yeah.
next city. Are we supposed to see you, or do you have slides or something?
Can you see me?
No.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Okay. Yes, you are supposed to see me. That. Okay.
There you are.
Okay, you can see me now. Okay. All right. Not that I'm all that worthy of being seen, but I'll take that.
Sure you are.
Like the rest of Prince George's County, Laurel was a first. It was first a slaveholding and then a segregated community. Prior to the Civil War, local plantation owners, including the Jenkins at Montpelier, had slaves. An old letter hints at a slave graveyard in the vicinity of what we now know as Talbot Plantation, and it's in town. There are 38 names identified as COL in the 1894 Ross and Farrell Directory. COL in quotation marks, of course, that identified them as being colored. Adult professions were listed as laborers, servants, and drivers. There were also thriving African-American communities surrounding the town, including Halltown and Rossville. Some of Laurel's African-American residents were employed as iron workers in the Charles Coffin's Ironwork Furnace in Merkirk, south of Laurel, the area which we now know as Merkirk Road. In the town Grove, the area which Black residents were restricted to in the 1800s became the center of the African-American community in Laurel. St. Mark's United Methodist Church was constructed there in 1890. The Laurel Colored School, School Number 2, was constructed in 1884. Together, they became the nucleus of the Black community of Laurel. A second school, Laurel Grove School, just off of 8th Street, that's in Old Town Laurel, operated until 1962. Laurel schools began to slowly integrate in 1955. Before integration was complete, local African-American teens commuted to Lakeland High School in College Park and later to Fairmont Heights High School in Capitol Heights.
Yeah.
Rather than attending close by Laurel High School.
Yeah.
The first African-American student graduated from Laurel High School in 1959. Laurel's African-American community has celebrated its history for more than 100 years, and the town still celebrates an Emancipation Day parade. Most recently, and most notably, Laurel proudly elected its first African-American mayor last November, the Honorable Mayor Keith Sidnor. He is not with us tonight, but let's give him a round of applause even in his absence and congratulate him on his achievement. I'd like to close tonight reflecting on our noted history as a people. Our noted history as a people is cultural. Our noted history as a people is academic, but our noted history as a people is also spiritual. And I'd like to share the words of a song that was more popularized in the 70s, but it speaks to our history as a people. And it's called The Deeper the Valley. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountaintop. The heavier the burden, the greater God's grace. The more bitter the conflict, you just keep on fighting. That's the sweeter the victory at the end of the race. The more you've been wounded, the more soothing the healing. The more someone wrongs you, the more you forgive. The more you've been tempted, you just keep on trusting. That's the more you'll be strengthened every day that you live. The more that you hunger and thirst after Jesus, he promised to fill you even more with his love. And the less you're concerned about this world's riches, the more he'll supply you with his wealth from above. The deeper the valley, the higher the mountaintop. The heavier the burden, the greater God's grace. The more bitter the conflict, you just keep on fighting. The sweeter the victory at the end of the race. Congratulations to Laurel on a wonderful history. Congratulations to our history that's before us. And congratulations to our history that's younger than us, and even our history that's yet unborn. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. All the way to Fairmont Heights from Laurel.
Yes.
Gee whiz. They bust us.
Yes.
Wow.
Great job. Great job.
And not a part of
long
this
ride.
lesson, not a part of this lesson, but south of Central Avenue, everyone went to Frederick Douglass. So Frederick Douglass and Fairmont Heights were the main two high schools prior to integration for colored kids.
The COLs.
Colored
Yeah.
people.
COLs.
Yes.
Yes. COLs. That was new right there. COL.
I thought that meant Colombian.
Ah, baby.
You would. You
Colored
would.
people.
Thank you. What a lesson. Appreciate that. I'm glad this is recorded. All right. And you are welcome to stay on. You don't have to run away. Our next up, we will have Vice Mayor Mendoza, who will talk about Morningside.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thing, right?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Melinda Mendoza. I'm the Mayor Pro Temp for the town of Colmar Manor and the current president for PGCMA. I'm presenting on the behalf of the town of Morningside. I was hoping to see Mayor Ben Cannon, but he's not on this evening, correct?
No, he's not. He's at he's at that dinner.
And I was so I was thankful that I was able to, for the first time, go to the town of Morningside, where there's also history being made there with Mayor Can. He's been on the council and as the mayor for the last 8 years and doing wonderful things.
Yes.
So I would like to share a poem, and it's titled "I'm Black History 'Cause." I chose this poem to share as a whole. I feel like Black history is history and should be taught and recognized all the time, not just in the month of February. So I'm Black history 'cause it's a mystery how I survived the pain from my past. I'm Black history 'cause I have a story about how I can sing free at last. I'm Black history 'cause I'm black and bold with a heart of gold, and my integrity and character could never be bought or sold. I'm Black history 'cause I'm alive today when many of my Black sisters passed away. I'm Black history 'cause my family tree consists of those who fought and lived through slavery. I'm Black history 'cause God's glory shines on me and my legacy will live throughout centuries. I'm Black history 'cause I've been raped, abused, and misused, but none of these left an eternal bruised. Because I've to choose to forgive and forget, instead of a liability, my affliction became my asset. I'm Black history 'cause my lovely fair complexion represents the many shades of Black skin. I'm Black history 'cause I'm outwardly beautiful and within. I'm Black history. And this is by Shanika Small. And so I wanted to thank everyone for letting me present this evening. This is actually my first Maryland Black Mayors meeting. So I thank all of you for letting me join and present.
Yeah, thank you.
No, thank you again.
I recorded it just for him. Thank you. I like that poem a lot too. I am Black history 'cause. And I just sent it to him. All right. So next up, and don't leave, Vice Mayor Mendoza, don't leave. And next up we have, is Kiana on? CM?
I'm here.
All right. Council member.
I need to share my screen. So.
And her Black history lesson is on Rockville.
The city of Rockville. Can y'all see my screen? Okay. So thank you for inviting me to come. I could literally talk about Black history all day. It was my minor in college. When I go back, I'll finish that degree. It will still be my minor. But I had the honor of having the city of Rockville. So I want to start with a quote by James Baldwin, who said, "All that can save you now is your confrontation with your own history which is not your past, but your present. I think I'm 41. I think generations behind me don't recognize how prevalent slavery was in the state of Maryland. Like all the original colonies had enslaved people. The state of Maryland is the fourth of the original 13 colonies. Slavery was practiced throughout the whole of the state of Maryland. Rockville is no exception. However, Maryland has a lot of people who were enslaved who went on to be free, who we know a lot about. Harriet Tubman being one, Frederick Douglass being another, and the third being Josiah Henson, who is the person who was the inspiration for Harriet Beecher Stowe's novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. So the first location in the city of Rockville I'd like to highlight is Adam Robb's Tavern. Rob's Tavern was a popular overnight stop for travelers on the road between Georgetown and Frederick, Maryland. The tavern was owned by Adam Robb, a prominent citizen and enslaver. One of the people he enslaved was a young Josiah Henson. Henson lived in the Rockville area for over 30 years before escaping to Canada. In 1849, he published his autobiography, which Harriet Beecher Stowe based her groundbreaking novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. Born in Charles County, Maryland in 1789, Henson was 5 years old when he was sold at auction to Adam Robb and brought to Rockville. His siblings were sold to various owners, and his mother was sold to Isaac Riley, whose farm was south of Rockville along Old Georgetown Road. Henson was a very sickly child and did not thrive well away from his family on Robb's farm. When it appeared certain that he would die, he was sent to live with his mother. And he, in fact, did not die. He started to thrive once he was back with his family. And Riley agreed to pay Robb for the debt of Henson through horseshoeing services. This picture on the right is Josiah Henson as an older man with his wife, Charlotte. Henson served Isaac Riley for over 30 years and Riley's brother in Kentucky for another 5 before he was able to save enough money to purchase his freedom by preaching. Riley cheated Henson by claiming that Henson owed him more than their agreed price, and this betrayal led him to take his family and flee to Canada through the Underground Railroad. In Canada, he founded a cooperative settlement in Dawn, Ontario, Canada, where fugitive slaves found a supportive community and learned various trades and successful agricultural practices to support themselves. Henson provided technical education to people of African descent. He lectured at abolitionist events in the United States and Canada, and he traveled extensively to promote the Dawn settlement and speak against the injustices of slavery. After surviving such harsh and often cruel youth as a slave in Montgomery County, Henson was able to rise above his humble beginnings and set an international example to all people as an abolitionist, educator, and humanitarian. This photo on the right is a younger Josiah Henson. And then on this page, we have a historical marker for where Adam Robb's Tavern sits. Below that is a picture of what the intersection currently looks like. And on the right are 3 books, which all discuss Josiah Henson. One is actually his autobiography. One is a book written about him. And then the third is Harriet Beecher Stowe's novel, Uncle Tom's Cabin. The next place that I would like to talk about is the Red Brick Courthouse. So the Red Brick Courthouse was built in 1891. It's the 3rd courthouse to stand in this location. This building, they argued lots of cases about the rights of Black people, but this building was also where the Freedmen's Bureau worked with Montgomery County courts to secure the rights of the Black community following the Civil War. In one notable case, the Freedmen's Bureau succeeded in recovering funds that had been raised by Rockville's Black community to construct a church. In 1858, freedmen and possibly some enslaved persons raised subscriptions for the church and entrusted the money to John Kilgore, who then ran off and joined the Confederate Army. The Freedmen's Bureau tracked him down and recovered the money. and the funds were used to build a church and a school. And if you see this receipt on the right-hand side, I don't know if y'all can see my mouse, but there's a name right here that I'm kind of hovering over. That's Henson Norris. He had been enslaved. He could barely read and write, but his signature on the receipt of this money is what helped to build that school in that community. So even though he was not an educated man himself, this act of signing this receipt helped to ensure that future Black children in that community will be able to go to school and get an education. This is a picture of the building that now is there, the Red Courthouse. But just to finish off what I wrote, their signatures indicate the ambition among newly freed slaves to learn to read and write, rights that had been denied to them during slavery. Hillary Carroll, like most other recently freed slaves, was illiterate, but by his mark endorsed the school so future generations could be educated. And then my last thing is...
This building is still there?
Yes. The last
so
one,
the red brick building?
The red brick courthouse is still there. This is the school. It was the first Rockville color school. So education was one pathway newly freed persons could use to assert their independence and plan for the futures of themselves and their families. In March of 1867, 20 Black Rockvillians, I think Rockvillians is such a cool thing to say.
I know.
20 Black Rockvillians pledged to support a school by taking responsibility for money as may be necessary to pay the board and washing of the teacher and to provide fuel and lights for the schoolhouse. This was a clear indication of their intent to build a school. In 1872, Montgomery County began to provide public education to Black students. The Rockville Colored Elementary School was built in 1876 and accepted students in grades 1 through 7. The 2-bedroom schoolhouse burned down in 1919 and students moved to the basement of Jerusalem M.E. Church, and the school was later rebuilt in 1921 on the opposite side of Washington Street. The lot where the original school was is currently the parking lot of a funeral home. But this photograph shows the lot where the school was, and this was the school right here. So the reason that I picked these three is Black history can be very heavy, but there's also a lot of resilience that we have cultivated as a result of it. And there's this thing that we do where it's like, we gotta push through for the kids behind us. And in all of these stories, that was the theme that I saw running through. Like Josiah Henson was betrayed by his master, and he was like, nope, we're leaving. And he didn't just leave to make a way for himself. He built an entire community where people could come and live and get vocational skills. And then he went on to lecture and be an advocate for other Black people, just like, you know, the folks who put together the money for the schools so that their kids could get an education. So that is all that I have for the city of Rockville. Thank you all so much for giving me an opportunity to speak.
What a great lesson. A true teacher. This has been fantastic. I just had the 4. I didn't want to keep us really long. They kept to the timing. Man, I appreciate your ability, your gifts, your talent, your willingness. Just when I asked, you did the research, you did everything. Thank you so much. Did anybody have any comments or questions for them?
I know Snowden Funeral Home. I
was just about to say that. Yes.
And I'm saying I did not know that was the site. I did not. I learned a lot. I mean, we have to keep our eyes open and everything because I just did not know a lot of this history. But I know Snowden. I have relatives or associates that with Snowden. Junior Snowden was one of those. He was the original founder of Snowden Funeral Home. He's dead now, but his ancestry still live. But I'm just amazed. I did not know that. Thank you so much.
And if you'll indulge me with just a couple of minutes, Mayor Robinson, I just like to personally, and if I start crying, act like I'm not crying. I would like to personally thank you for the work that you helped to do to preserve the Wyndham Road barrier and the project that we're putting and what will ultimately be a historical marker.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
how many times
Yeah.
did somebody drive
I need to
past
do
there
what
or
Amy
walk
just
past
did.
there and have no idea
What's
of
going
the
on?
history
Yeah.
of that place, and not just, again, the dark parts of it, but the beauty of, like, North Brentwood was given that land because it flooded more. You know what I mean? Like, in so many ways, there were cards stacked against you, but the community is still thriving.
We
It's still
endure.
such a beautiful place to live. And so to say this is our history and we want to make sure that we recognize it and that anyone who comes to this area also recognizes it, I think that is supremely important to keeping the history alive. So thank you for that work that you're doing with the town of Brentwood and North Brentwood together.
Look at that.
Thank you.
Well,
this has been so informative. I just did not
it
know a
has
lot
been.
of information, and we have to be Melinda and all of them that gave us the information.
Everybody.
This is just so informative because we just
Everybody.
didn't know.
I feel like this has been like super inspirational, and I'm wondering if, obviously, I'm going to take some of this content and ask for it to be placed on our website. If we have, I'm not sure if we have social media or not, but we should definitely share the video of this. And for me, I'm thinking, is there anything that we can do further to kind of either work with the Black History Museum to talk about how Black leaders are celebrating Black History Month and the history of their towns? Or if there's a project that can be done through like one of the universities, because I think this was just amazing.
It was like I'm all overwhelmed.
I would suggest that we get into a committee or something that will enhance us and to go into next year. Okay, because we can be prepared for next year on what we want to do as Maryland Black mayors. You know what I mean? We can do this collectively, but I think there's a committee that needs to be sorted out.
Mayor Goodall?
Yes, I just want to say, is not being a person that's from Maryland and from this area, one of the things that I've always found very interesting is my husband has taken me around. We have a delivery service, so we went everywhere, and he would point out communities that Black communities that no longer exist. And I think it's very important that even though these communities are no longer there, that if there's any way possible, like you said, Mayor Robinson, for next year, if the Maryland Black mayors can point at all of these communities that we as Black people started and we made these fly, because as we know in North Brentwood, we were surrounded by sundown towns, but just because we were surrounded by sundown towns did not mean that we disappeared. Lakeland is one of the places that I think of. There's places in Rockville, you talked about Rockville. There's communities up in Rockville that are no longer there that were thriving Black communities until they were no longer thriving Black communities. And we have a lot of forgotten history that, as someone said, our young people don't have a clue. They have no clue about what people in the past had to go through to ensure that they have the future that they have. And I think that that's one of the things that the Maryland Black mayors can bring to light.
It would be a great project. It would be a great project for us. We have the time. We're in February now, and we have the time to implement this. I have Janie with me and my code enforcement. She was talking about Kengar. Kengar is a part of Rockville.
No, it's not. Lincoln Park.
Lincoln Park is a part of Rockville. Okay, so I'm saying there's so many settlements that were there in Black. I think this is a great project for Maryland Black Mayors. Thank you, Mayor, President Gant, for presenting this. Okay, and I think we can move forward on this. I think we need to move forward. Let's move forward now.
So mayors, I would even take it like to the next step. It sounds like a tour to me.
Sounds like a tour.
It also sounds like a paid tour that I'm sure people would be willing to pay to learn and be a part of. It sounds like something that we can do within the schools. There's so many possibilities, but from a fundraising perspective, it could be a tour or not.
It could be a fundraiser. It could be a fundraiser. Because my thing is that we need to plan ahead. That's the only thing I'm talking about. You got to plan ahead. You can't start January for a February event. I mean, but we are here in Black History Month that we can plan for next year, because you know it's going to roll around fast. And I think we need to do more and inform people, because we are all informed. That's what we hear. We got to inform, but we need to let people know about Black History. We have a year to do this. So I commend you, President Gant. I commend all the speakers, Bagley, Ms. Taylor, and Linda, everybody. I'm just saying we can move forward on this. This is a great project that we could just implement.
I agree.
Madam President?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I had to close down the library, so I didn't get. I got pieces of all the presentations, but what I heard, it was great. Okay, it is. I appreciate you doing that, because there is so much rich history in the state. Okay, I am the commissioner for the Historic Preservation Commission for Prince George's County. Okay, and we do a lot of things through Maryland Capital Park and Planning. So I do have resources, okay, that are there, that are available. I mean, it's available to everybody, but specifically available to me because I am a commissioner there. Okay, so I applaud the program. Okay, and any way that I can, by virtue of my position, okay, that I have there, that I can help in the participation of that, and to make sure that they get their involvement, and there may be some additional, I mean, even some grant things and so forth to do what we need to do. Okay, I'd be willing to put the information out there for that purpose.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good. Here we go. We're connecting. All right. Well, this was good. We stirred up some stuff. I just think that it's very important for us to learn about each other and where we're from, and to respect and just be thankful that we are in the place that we are. That's part of my my prayer, is that my Thanksgiving portion of my prayer is I'm thankful to be a mayor, and I am thankful to be a Black mayor. Thankful to be Black, but I'm thankful to be a Black mayor. But also, I know a little bit more about Cheverly. I know a little bit more about Laurel. I know a little bit more about Rockville. And so when we go through those towns, now we're going to look for certain things. And that's what we want to do. We want to become more familiar with each other. So that was the whole thing. And I hope we can grow and expound and fundraise from this, that's for sure. And I also like to pull others in. So that's why I didn't get another mayor necessarily. That's why I got vice mayors and council members and others to participate, so that they could be a part and present. And I wanted to honor those municipalities. So thank you very much. Thank you for your comments, all of that. Thank you again, all of those who pulled that information together in your different ways of bringing it together, be it a poem, which we greatly appreciate. I love being Black cuz, I love that. The slides, the talking, just the teaching. Thank you very much. Is there anything else for the good of the order? I already know what
Yes,
is
Mayor.
that I have to do, and I'll get that information out to everyone.
I need to get bios of all of our current board so that we can place it on the website. So I'll be reaching out to our board. If you can send me, if we don't already have it, just a quick bio that I can place on the website.
As soon as possible, right? Just send it to your email address, your mayor's email address. All right. Anything else?
Yes, I like to say that we were talking about having an event in Ocean City.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just need to bring it out there because the time is now. And I've had some quotes and stuff that have been brought out. I want to know who is my committee. That's why I'm
right. Oh,
Mayor Casanas,
I know that I had volunteered.
Mayor Porter, and Mayor Watson. I will be in touch with you soon because we need to find out if we're gonna do what we're gonna do. So I will be in touch with you real soon.
Mayor Robinson, don't forget Mayor Stewart volunteered.
Mayor Stewart, I got Mayor Stewart, former Mayor Watson, Mayor Casanas, and Mayor Porter. I got you. That's 4. Okay, I got it. I will send out a email to you, and by March we will talk about it and have some facts going on. Okay, thank you so much.
Mayor Stewart, how you doing? How's everything going in your municipality?
It's getting better.
It's getting better.
Day by day, I got a great team, and I'm learning as I go. And thank you for all the mayors that I reach out to on a regular to get guidance and help from. I really appreciate it.
Have you found Maryland Black mayors to be a good connection for you?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
That's a plus. Look,
Yeah,
we got.
Hey. Now, how long have you
good.
been in office? How long has it been for you?
Since May.
Since May. All right. So you come up on a year.
Yep, almost.
So let me ask you.
This is your interview night.
I know. Let me ask you, Mayor Stewart. Mayor Stewart. She's in contact with me. Mayor Stewart. We're great contacts. So, I just did want to bring up to Maryland Mayors Association meeting in Annapolis. That's most of us are there. But the Maryland Municipal League Conference in Ocean City opens up. I think it opens up. Does anybody know that it opens up March 1st?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so I'm just bringing it out there that everybody knows that it opened up March 1st and that everything is together, like the hotels and the registration. That's what I'm getting. I don't know that. Okay, that's what I said. March 1st is the grand opening, and that's what I got was that it is the hotels together with the registration. I don't know if that's the way it's. Does anybody know? Does anybody know how it has
That's
worked?
what they've
March
been
1st, I think
saying.
there's some kind of discount if you register March first 100 people. I heard that. Okay, I don't know if that's true. Mayor Casanas, do you have anything?
No, just that's what they've been saying. And they've been talking about how this is new and that everything is kind of like clustered. And so, to be honest with you, I'm not sure that they've been communicating the best
But
lately.
watch out. For everything. And maybe we'll learn this weekend.
Yeah.
Where we are in the conference that we'll learn about how everything is being pushed together or not, whatever it is. But the Maryland Municipal League Conference is coming up, so we know we have to be prepared and make our reservations and do whatever we need to do to register and it's a new regime. I'm tomorrow, I think they're having a tour tomorrow in Annapolis here. I'm here. And many of you are here, of the building, the new municipal league. I haven't been there, so I want to see it. I saw Teresa tonight, and I told she there is a tour that is scheduled tomorrow. Okay, so I just want everybody to know.
Okay. And Madam President? Okay.
Yes, yes, sir. You
Okay.
know what? I was waiting for Mayor Robinson to respond. Yes, sir.
Well, I just wanted to let all the parties know that the former mayor, through his Health Empowerment Network of Maryland, Inc., is hosting a health monthly health check. Okay, that will be at the Bishop and Flowers church. Okay, ground. Okay, that's 5741 Martin Luther King Junior Highway. That's going to be on Saturday. Okay, for those who that need a checkup and you might put it out to your citizens to get a health check. It's a very good process, good thing to have that arrangement. I do know that Mayor Stewart, she had it at her city last month, and I think Capitol Heights is also going to do it in April. But I just wanted to put the information out there. I believe in sharing stuff that, especially when it has to do with people's health, that they take an opportunity to come out and get screened in a number of different areas. Okay, so just wanted to put that out there.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you. All righty. All right. Oops. That's all we have. Nothing else for the good of the order. I will.
Madam President,
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I didn't have a copy of the agenda. However, I just can I introduce some new business just for the board's the organization's consideration?
Yes.
Okay, so good evening, everyone. So just Forest Heights is having their 75th anniversary. It's coming up. I don't have the exact date. I will get that for you. I did speak with their town clerk and Mayor Troy Lilly, but any way that the Maryland Black mayors could support them, maybe $100-$200 donation towards their event would be much appreciated. Just asking, for consensus on, whether we want to support them or not. But I hope that we would. And that I will get further information and send it out to you all by email. But I'm just asking this body to support them in every which way possible, and if possible, to definitely show up at that event in April. The second thing that I wanted to bring to the board's attention is the creation 2023 of the Minority Chiefs Alliance of Maryland. It is a minority chiefs, sort of like the Maryland Black Mayors. It was an idea that I had. It came to fruition. I was able to bring Chief Moore, Fairmount Heights, Chief Tarpley, District Heights, Chief Collington, all the Black chiefs in Prince George's County together to form this organization. I'm very proud of it. For years, we've never had a voice in Annapolis when it came to public safety and things of that nature, testifying with police reform and just all of those things. There were always people that did not look like us in Annapolis testifying when it came to serious matters regarding public safety in the state of Maryland. So we started out in 2023. It was kind of not hush hush, but we were just pretty much a group of guys getting together to see what kind of impact or difference we could make. And I was the first president, founding father of that particular organization. Due to my status and change, not being a mayor anymore, not being a police chief anymore, and moving on to the federal government, it was decided that we needed a full-time president. Chief Reese of Forest Heights was voted in as president. Congratulations to him. He is the new president of the Minority Chiefs Alliance of Maryland. And somehow, some way, they didn't want to get rid of me, the founding father. So they made me the executive director of that organization. We are going to go to Annapolis. We are going to show up for everything that deals with public safety. We are going to give them our opinion of how we feel our community should be policed, how we feel, we as like Black chiefs and deputy chiefs and Black police executives want to have a positive impact on our communities. So I would like to have our organization partner with the Maryland Black Mayors. And March meeting, I would like to have them as invited as guests, and I just want your approval for that. I just think that we're moving in the right direction, and together, there's always strength in numbers. But to have the Maryland Black Mayors and the Minority Chiefs Alliance of Maryland together, I think that we can make a huge impact on things that take place in the future.
There are a couple of hands that were raised, Mayor Mayor Dojo, and then Mayor Goodall.
Any questions? Who's first?
Oh, I did. I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Washington, did Greenville give you any assistance with this?
Greenville Consultants, Ivan Lanier, they have been very instrumental in getting us to the point to where we are as a 501(c), a nonprofit. They have gotten us meetings with Senator Will Smith, and for years being a police officer, a police supervisor, a deputy chief, a chief, we've just never had a seat at the table with the Maryland Chiefs to be able to give our point of view. And a lot of people think that, on our side of the fence, that, there's a difference in policing on the Eastern Shore than it is in Prince George's County, in Colmar Manor, in Evanston. We have the same problem, but it's slightly different in how we deal with, things in our own community. And we've just never had that type of representation. Ivan Lanier and his team has gotten us audiences with people who make decisions in Annapolis, and we've had a chance to voice our opinions. And I'm very, very thankful to Greenville Consultants for allowing us or affording us that opportunity to give our point of view on how we feel about mental health, how we feel about our youth problem in Prince George's County. So to be able to, and like I said, to partner with the Maryland Black Mayors, that us walking through the door in Annapolis on testimony days or legislation days to give our side and what we think and what we want would be that much more stronger with having the presence of the Maryland Black Mayors and these minority chiefs from Prince George's County, Maryland.
And I just wanted to also add that those dates are April the 19th, Friday, that they're going to have something at, I believe, the hotel.
Yeah, at the Harborside.
At Harborside Hotel.
Harborside Hotel, and that's for Forest Heights.
And then on Sunday, April 21st,
Right.
they are also having another event. Forest Heights has been very supportive of the Maryland Black Mayors, and I hope that the Maryland Black Mayors will be supportive of Forest Heights. Speaking as the former mayor of Forest Heights.
April 19th is the Harborside, and then April 21st is the Harborside too?
No, the April 21st is
April 21st is in town.
Well, I think we need to get a consensus on the date that we need to support. Okay, I mean, I don't know, April 19th or 20th, we need to, at the Maryland Black Mayors, and we need to support. So I just want to make that suggestion out there.
We need to look at, we're going to be asked to support quite a few events, such as your 100-year anniversary, my 100-year anniversary, this event. So
75th anniversary, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we need to look at how much and if we want to do if we decide to do something like this, how much do we want to set aside? Because we'll also have some deaths along the way. So what are we looking at? So we might need a budget or something along that line. Can we do that? I know April is coming up, but we also have some other obligations. But I'd like for us to look at that and say, this is what we'll do across the board.
And Madam President, once I get a chance to look at the books with Mayor Casey, next week and get a balance of what we have available, what expenditures we have, I'll be able to give you a better answer on what we're able to do and not able to do.
Especially monitor, we're talking about monitoring, and I want to get Mayor Casanas, Mayor Porter, Mayor Stewart, and Mayor Washington to get together and talk about our obligation if we want to do anything. Because I'm looking at that at our finances, that we may not be able to do something right now. Okay, we may be able to. I mean, that's what my we're talking about money. Okay, so it takes a lot of money unless you got sponsorship. So let's get together, my financial committee, to make sure that we can support what we need to support.
Yes, ma'am. And just for the record, I have reached out to some of our past sponsors for our last event at Ocean City. I reached out to attorney Kevin Best. I reached out to Red Speed International, or Red Speed USA rather, and also Greenwill to assist us with some of our upcoming things that we have to do. So we have support. It's just not what you do, is how you do it, and I'm working on that.
Okay, we'll meet together. I will call the meeting for the financial for this committee, and
yes,
see where we're at, and just not let us forget about our other obligations, bylaws committee, and our what was it, website. We got a website obligations too.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we're doing this, and we have a limited fund, so I'm for everything. But if we can get together and pull this and Mayor Washington's request, let's look at it. And I just want to say, we do not have to do anything this year. We do not have to do anything in Ocean City this year, but we have to fulfill our obligations to our world, our citizens. So we'll talk more about it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Madam President, just lastly, okay, and I know anybody even longer want to go to sleep, go to bed, do something. I see you. I got you. Okay. I had an opportunity to meet with some individuals from perhaps some people have heard of it, maybe some people haven't, but the fact that former Mayor Washington mentioned the thing to deal with health and also with mental health services. 988 is an entity that has been around for a while, but people are just they don't recognize it the way that they're supposed to. And I'd like to bring them forward with reference to this to show that the community crisis services are a necessary entity, particularly in the Black and brown communities, which is we need to make sure that those services are utilized. And so I wanted to bring that to the board so the board can look at how they can come in and do a presentation to us as well. And there may be some way of wrapping that around to get some funding. I try to do everything that would have a way of also getting us some assistance, but also giving us a lot of information as well.
Yeah.
That our community needs. That's
it. One of the things that I did in our community, I just asked our social media department to run ads about 988 to create 988 information every so often. Just drop it on our social media, on our TV station, because it is important. I wanted young people to know about it, mature folk, everyone to know about it. So we create little things about 988. Good idea. Thank you for bringing that to us. All right, so we're going to close. At this time, I'll accept a motion to adjourn our wonderful Black History meeting tonight.
Make a motion that we adjourn.
Oh, you know what? Wait, okay. That's the motion. Is there a second?
Mayor Porter, second.
Who?
I didn't know if
Mayor.
Mr. Sturl wanted to do it, but yeah.
Mayor Washington motion. Who second?
Mayor Porter, second.
Mayor Porter second. Okay, so before we all say aye, I wanted to see if I missed any comments from the chat. Any important comments? No. Former Mayor Nimhard said she'd like to thank all the first Black American mayors from Cheverly, New Carrollton, Mount Rainier, and any other municipality that she may have forgotten. She didn't say that part. I said that. Such as Edmonston. I think Mayor Dudrow, you said check with PG Parks and Montgomery Parks. They both have Black History divisions. So that along with Mayor Porter.
Yes, with the Black History departments, I know that they just recently did something 2 years ago. They did an exhibit on Black women elected officials in Prince George's County. So I know that they have gone down the road of looking at municipalities.
Okay, cool. And I didn't understand the message at former Mayor Washington. Do you work with? Oh, that was a question to him. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I just responded to her. We are actively working to establish a relationship with Noble.
Okay.
They are like the original Black law enforcement officers association of America. Yeah, we've reached out to their local chapter, and we're trying to establish something with them.
Okay, cool.
And we're also working with HINLEA, Hispanic Law Enforcement Officers Association of America, because it's a Black and brown issue, and we have to, like I said, there's always strength in numbers. So between HINLEA and Noble and minority chiefs and Maryland Black mayors, we can do a lot, but we're out the gate doing what we got to do.
All in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
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 Thank you, everybody.
See y'all tomorrow.
Good night.
All right.
See you in the morning.
Everyone.
See you in the morning.
Bye.
Good night.
All right.
Good night.